Spiel hat voll den coolen Stil. Alter. Sprache fickt schon wieder meine Zunge.
Merk schon, Alter.
Schlimm hier, wa? Ah. Ich schick dir einfach trotzdem mal den Link.
Mach mal.
Du bist schon wieder leiser geworden.
Ja, das liegt an meinen scheiß Handy-Kopfhörern.
Ach ja. So. Ah, ich muss die Helligkeit wieder einstellen. Fuck. Ah, geh weg, Flieger. Böse Flieger, was machst du hier? Hau ab. Ah, schon besser. Schmied brauche ich jetzt nicht gehen. Ah, okay, mach nach oben.
Cousin! You have returned to me. Your absence was sorely felt.
You don't appear to be in top form. Are house intrigues keeping you from finding proper sleep?
Oh Mann,
Nothing
Alter.
to bring me nightmares as of yet. I'm blaming it on the change of diet. Now, tell me what adventures you've been up to. If you only knew how bored I grow behind these walls.
I would like, if you would allow me the honor,
Ah,
to
ich hab ne
introduce
Level,
Bishop
geil.
Petrus, emissary of Ptolemy.
Your Highness, may the light warm you in its holy embrace.
Enchanted to meet you, my father.
I've come here to present respects from Ptolemy and best wishes from the Mother Cardinal.
She has my most sincere thanks. But before speaking further, I would like to discuss matters with my cousin, if you would be so kind.
We were not able, alas, to stop the clash between the forces of the Alliance and Siora's clan. We arrived at the village and battlefield too late. The Queen fell.
I'm extremely sorry for your loss, Princess.
Thank you. My sister survived, fortunately, and we are recovering from this tragedy together. But our clan was extremely weakened by this battle and by recent events.
We shall keep a close eye on the Bridge Alliance and their undertakings. Rest assured.
You should know that the battle took place in the middle of ancient ruins.
Oh, jemand hat geschrieben, verdammt.
The ruins.
Ich habe die Kommentare nicht offen. Nur am Zocken. Wie ich? Hi, wer auch immer du bist.
And how ancient are these ruins? Could they date back to the first landings of the Bridge Alliance?
They date much farther back than their arrival would explain. My mother and my grandmother have always known them.
Siora told me of a legend that spoke of them. About a people from the sea that were vanquished.
So, jetzt sind die Kommentare wieder offen.
It is not our custom to found a landlocked settlement. We have our islands and it is enough for
Ich
us.
verstehe
If
ein
they
bisschen
are
beschissen, weil ich
ancient,
halt noch zusätzlich
Perhaps your
Musik
people
über
once
meine
practiced
Ohren drauf
older
habe.
customs. This story is troubling, but it
Das ist
reminds me of
volle
something that I
Lautstärke.
once read in the reports of Lady Morange. You should go and find her.
Gesicht mit Freud in
Perhaps
Tränen.
she
Ich
can tell
glaube,
us more
jetzt
about
weißt du, wer ich bin,
Very well.
XD.
Anything else?
Nö. Hä? Ach doch, 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 doch. Nachtruhe von 22 bis 7 Uhr, der Typ. Wo ich gerade
I have
mir
been
der
to
Name nicht
neighboring
einfällt.
cities, as you asked of me.
Tell me then, was your journey adventurous?
Well, I was able to gain audience with the governors, give them your regards, and glean some information.
I would not have allowed anything bad to happen to him, Your Highness.
Oh, it's just us here, Kurt. Why not continue to call me by my given name? Carry on with your story, cousin. I'm impatient to know what secrets our illustrious neighbors have discovered.
The Bridge Alliance believes that a remedy could possibly be found by studying the local flora. They are quite motivated, but their research expedition has gone missing, and there is no sign of life. And since they themselves are under constant attack, they cannot spare a rescue party to investigate. The Mother Cardinal, in her opinion, believes the miracle to be the result of a curse.
Danke.
Cast by a
Du kannst doch gerne weiter zugucken.
creature worshipped by a cult of island natives. If you would allow me to second the request of our Mother Cardinal, we are in dire need of your help. Our inquisitors are hardly diplomats and... But I should let you finish, my daughter.
They have started their investigations in a village where strange events have been taking place, but they are unable to get to the bottom of it. The population keeps its secrets, and Taleme hopes that we might help them learn more about the cult.
This is all extremely interesting. You have lived up to my expectations, as always. That said, we find ourselves between the rock and the hard place.
Hey, Max.
The village is already in open conflict with the island natives. Taleme and their inquisitors... We're going to have to tread on eggshells, but let's follow all the clues to their mysteries. We need to help them continue their investigations. Perhaps one will lead us to something useful. I don't have a lot of men, as well you know, and since I only trust you among them, take Kurt and any others that seem useful. I wouldn't want anything bad to happen to you.
If you would allow me, Your Highness, I would be honored to assist your cousin on her investigation.
Very well, then. You could start by indicating the precise location of your nasty village.
Of course, Your Highness. I should have thought of that sooner. Allow me to mark the location on your map, my daughter.
Thank you. Have no fear, Constantine. I will take care of all matters at hand.
Anything else?
Was kann ich ihn denn fragen? Nö, das will ich nicht.
I'm going to leave now. Goodbye, Constantine.
Nice, Level up.
Look out for yourself.
Wieder 30 Millionen neue Quests bekommen. Nee, da will ich gar nicht wie hier rein.
Ich habe einfach das scheiß Flugzeug nicht gefunden, Alter. Hm, egal.
Okay.
Ist das nervig.
Tritt nimmt mehr Gleichgewicht. Das ist, denke ich, erstmal ganz praktisch. Neues Zeug im Inventar. Ah. Neun Trödel. Kann man für 12 Münzen verkaufen. Easy. Geil, jetzt habe ich schon 3 Hauptquests. Begib dich zum Dorf von Petros. Finde das Expeditionslager. Sprich mit Kurt über das... Die würde ich schon gern weitermachen, die Nebenquest. Kurt. Komm her, Kurt.
Greenblood, my friend. My contacts have spoken. I was able to discover the location of this infamous Phantom training camp.
Do you still think they should be held accountable?
More than ever. You know that I recruited Rayner. I want to know what kind of hornet's nest I led him into. I want to know what these madmen did. But I fear if I go alone, I might not be able to control myself. And I won't learn anything. I need the help of my best student.
Natürlich, machen wir sofort, Alter.
Well then, let's go.
So, Kurt muss sowieso mit. Siora kommt auch mit. Obwohl, ich könnte mal jemand anderen mitnehmen. Aus der Gruppe erstmal entfernen. Wir nehmen erstmal Varsko mit. Was sieht denn hier aus? Ach, hier. Marc, dieses Spiel hat einfach verdammt viele Quests. Und dann denkst du dir einfach so, och, schön, eine kleine Nebenquest, weißt? Und dann geht die einfach über eine Stunde.
Auch gut.
Ja, weil die dann immer weitergeht. Aber ich finde das geil. Und das sind ja dann nicht mal so langweilige Quests wie geh da hin, töte den, komm wieder zurück, was? Die sind dann schon ein bisschen anspruchsvoller. Manchmal gibt es sogar Quests, da musst du einfach nicht mal kämpfen. Richtig spannend. Gehört aber auch dazu. Ah, da oben sind wieder diese dummen Banditen, Alter. Gleich mal wegklatschen. Habe ich überhaupt Munition? Jo, ich habe 2 Schuss. Geil. Ich hatte 2 Schuss. Aber hey, ich habe wieder Fallen. Danke. Noch mehr Fallen. Hier im Busch liegt noch einer. Hier liegt noch ein Toter. Hast du Muni? Gib mir Munition! Mann. Arzthandschuhe. Heiltrank. Ist auch praktisch. So. Reisedauer 2 Stunden. So, Marc, jetzt muss ich 2 Stunden warten, weil Reisedauer. Weißt du?
Are you fucking kidding me? Was ist das ernst mit der Reisedauer?
Nein, es ist nur Ingame-Zeit 2 Stunden. Alter! Hat er mir hier nicht gerade. Yo, das ist einfach eine Schrotflinte mit 3 Läufen. Ja, schade, hab mein Geld ausgegeben schon. Für eine andere. Aber ich werde dir mal die Munition abkaufen. Und ein paar Fallen verkaufen. Großer Nebeltrank. Ah, den kann ich verkaufen. Munition. Ach, der hat 6 Kugeln. Schön. Nein! So. Reise wieder aufnehmen. Easy. Ach, hier vorne hat man das legendäre Schwert gefunden, genau. Geht zusammen mit Kurt zum Lager des Phantomregiment. Ach ja. Stirb, Vogel! Gib mir deine Federn. Die schlafen. Dann wollen wir sie mal nicht wecken, die Tiere.
I was informed of your arrival by my sentinels, but I didn't think it would be you, Kurt.
Rolf, you're the leader of this camp.
You two know each other?
We train together. We haven't seen each other in a long time. A very long time.
The world of warriors is very small, Kurt. What brings you here, my old comrade? And who are these people with you? They're not one of us?
My name is Desardet. I'm the legate of the merchant congregation.
And I am Captain Vasco. No need to comment about our distance from the sea. I know.
These people sure are important. So, what are you doing here?
I've heard things about this place. About this very special camp.
And we wanted to see what it was all about with our own eyes.
That's very nice of you, but visitors aren't welcome in this camp. What goes on here is only the guards' business.
Does the same apply to me?
Listen, Kurt. I can give you and your friends some answers, but only because it's you. Anyway, knowing you as well as I do, I'm aware I'm not going to get rid of you that easily. So, what would you like to know?
What is it you do here? And why is this place kept secret, even from your comrades in the guard?
The natives have their magic, and we have to train elites to be able to face them. That's what we're doing here. Our role is sensitive, and our location obviously cannot be revealed to the whole island.
I see the reason for this kind of training. The Bridge Alliance would be particularly interested in soldiers like these. And yet I've never heard of this elite squadron.
We're still in the early stages of the program. We don't want to rush things. And our leaders demand
Muss mal kurz die Party wechseln, ja? Bist du so voll, also...
Marc, schmeißt du mich dann hier einfach raus? Weil...
Okay.
Danke.
Ciao.
This is a huge camp for such a secret location. How's it organized?
Ah, fuck.
The main
Soll
building
ich
is
hier
reserved
rausschmeißen,
for
ne?
officers and
Ja.
wounded. The front and rear of
Okay.
the camp are dedicated to
Wie geht das?
combat
Keine
training.
Ahnung. Musst du selber rausfinden.
Optionstaste auf mich in der Party.
Impressive. And
Ernsthaft.
how do you manage recruitment?
Tut mir leid. Aber dann ist das Sound besser, wenn ich kurz rausgehe. Ich finde halt scheiße, dass man nicht pausieren kann mittendrin.
But you already know all of this, Kurt. It must bring back memories.
Yes.
Noch der
Will
Ausbildung
you
fragen.
tell us about your training?
That's a sensitive topic. Most exercises take place in the field to get the men used to it. The natives' knowledge of the environment gives them as much of an advantage as their magic. But if you want to know more, you should ask my lieutenant instructors.
Über Rainers Tod sprechen.
Actually, we found out about this camp while we were looking for someone.
A kid I recruited. Rainer.
Oh, I didn't know he was one of yours. My condolences. I was told he died in an accident in the harbour.
Don't insult my intelligence, Rolf.
All right. Since you're here, I guess there's no point in lying to you anymore. The accident occurred during a maneuver. It's regrettable, but these things happen, you know?
We've taken up enough of your time, Captain.
I agree, and I have things to do.
I'd like to question your lieutenant instructors, if you don't mind. To ask them about Rainer.
You've become a real sap. Fine, but try not to disrupt the day's schedule too much. Goodbye.
I'm sorry, I couldn't
I noticed. Good thing you know this captain so well. I don't think he would have let us investigate otherwise.
Lieutenant!
Respectfully, Captain.
Here is my friend, the legate of the merchant congregation. She would like to ask you a few questions.
At your orders. I'm listening, sires.
Nach den Einzelheiten über ihren
How do the
Schwadron fragen.
various squadrons in this camp differ from one another?
The recruits I train are intended to carry out more subtle actions.
Really? What kind?
I teach them how to blend into the background, understand customs, observe, and know when to strike.
That's strange. These skills are normally associated with assassins rather than soldiers.
These skills are always useful, regardless of the enemy or the setting.
Mehr über die Ausbildung
What kind
herausfinden.
of training do your men undergo?
I can't go into details, but they learn discipline and to outdo themselves.
You mean to blindly follow orders, even to their death?
But No, Captain. We also teach them to analyze situations, so that they know when to act to avoid risking their lives.
Sie fragen, wie sie
How did
hergekommen
you
ist.
become an instructor in this camp?
I have led numerous squadrons before, and I've trained hundreds of recruits on the continent. I worked with Captain Rolfe in the past, and when I arrived on the island, he recommended me for this position.
That's very impressive. And I expect that you're familiar with the natives' environment and magic.
Yes, of course.
Ah, nice. Gut, dass wir Charisma so
Don't
gut
you
gelevelt
think that
haben.
someone this talented fits what we're looking for? You see, we need to find someone who can replace Kurt to oversee my cousin's security.
Your cousin is a governor of New Serene, I've heard. It's a prestigious position. I don't doubt my abilities, but an offer like this, made so suddenly, must have a price.
We can't hide anything from you.
We're trying to find out what happened to Rainer, a recruit who trained here.
That name doesn't sound familiar. He must have been in the Shadow Squadron.
The other lieutenant's squadron.
Yes. I'm sorry, haven't been much use to you. Did something happen to him?
He died. His body was thrown into the harbor to make it look like he drowned.
I guess it was one of your recruits. My condolences, Captain.
We'll question some of your soldiers.
At your orders, but please be quick. I'd like to get on with training.
Sie scheint ja relativ höflich zu sein. Komm bisschen da runter.
Hello, soldier. Captain?
We need information. Your instructor authorized us to question you.
Of course, madam. I'm listening.
Über seine Ausbildung
How would you
sprechen.
describe your training? Do you train outside the camp much?
Yes, we do. Well, not exclusively.
Really? Yet we've been told that your unit specialized in actions over difficult terrain.
Yes, I think so. Well, yes, that's true. Problems remembering things, soldier? No, Captain.
Was einem
What's it like
Schwarzrohren
in your
fragt.
squadron?
Very good. The Phantom Squadron is made up only of the very best.
Do you trust your comrades?
We're like 5 fingers on one hand, madam. I would trust them with my life. You've sure got the military spirit. Yes, Captain.
Über Unfälle bei
We learned
Manövern
that a
sprechen.
recruit died in an accident during a maneuver. Does this happen often?
No, of course not. Only to those who aren't strong enough.
That's strange. I was told that this recruit was very talented.
I don't know what to tell you. It's possible. If you don't mind, I'd like to get back to my training. He seems afraid that an accident might befall him too. No, it's not that. I just don't want to fall behind schedule.
Very well. Go on.
Excellence. Captain. These kids are scared to death.
Yes. This boy's answers about his training seem pretty dubious to me.
Can't hide the lies.
Sprechen wir mal mit Wilhelm. Hallo Wilhelm.
Captain. At ease, soldier.
We'd like to learn more about your training.
I have nothing to say about it, my lady.
Really? Go on, it's not a difficult question. What do you do during training?
Is this a test, Captain?
No, it's not a test. You may speak freely.
Well, training is difficult, but we can't complain, Captain.
That's an interesting way to phrase it.
Nach seinem
We're
Schwadronfarben.
united in this squadron. At least that's what I've been told.
United. You could say that, yes. Until death.
That's rather sinister. Does the name Rainer sound familiar to you?
Yeah. Well, no, not really.
You seem rather hesitant. Afraid of being reprimanded by your lieutenant?
No. Well, not at all. It's just that I can't tell you anything about Recruit Rainer. And we're lucky to have the lieutenant as our instructor, Captain.
We should leave this soldier to his work.
Your name, soldier?
Wilhelm. First class recruit Wilhelm, Spectre Squadron.
Keep it up, Wilhelm.
This recruit, Wilhelm, in spite of himself, led on more than the other.
His resentment is clear, but he won't divulge anything as long as his instructors are nearby.
Reden wir mal noch mit dem anderen Lieutenant.
Lieutenant.
Captain.
My friend here would like to learn more about this camp.
At your orders, Captain. Madam?
Nach seinem Schwadron erstmal
Can you tell
fragen.
us about your squadron?
The recruits who come here are the best. And in my squadron, they get even better. I don't know what else to tell you. They're disciplined, rigorous, and effective. Exactly what you'd expect from the best soldiers.
What kind of
Und was
training
machen die
takes
hier so?
place in your ranks?
Combat in natural settings. Combat against the savages' magic.
I'm very curious about how you train against the magic the natives use.
Now, these are complex, secret maneuvers. I'm very sorry, but I can't tell you anymore.
That's a pity. It would definitely be instructive.
I
Weihnachtsfall
heard the
erwähnen.
recruit Rainer trained here. What can you tell me about him?
Oh, he was a good one. He died a little while ago.
So we've heard. Your captain told us he died during a maneuver. Can you tell us more?
The training we do outside can be dangerous. Unfortunately, Rainer fell to his death in a ravine.
He fell.
During a simulated ambush. I know, it's not glorious, but it happens. I'd like to get back to work now, if you'll allow it, Captain.
Go on. We're gonna go talk to some of your recruits.
I hope that it won't take too long. We're all very busy here.
We'll be quick, Lieutenant.
The story about training against magic is a lie. This lieutenant has no idea what he's talking about.
So what could they be training recruits for here then?
I don't know. But whatever it is, I don't like it.
Sprich mit dem Rekruten des Phantom.
At ease. We have some questions for you.
Me? At your orders, Captain.
You look exhausted. Is training that rough here?
Well, it's difficult at first, but you get through it. Taming fatigue. That's the key to it all.
Haven't you ever wanted to stop? You've never doubted your vocation.
I'm not a coward, nor a weakling. The strength of the shadow.
What is that? Your motto?
Our squadron's captain.
You seem concerned about your comrades. You keep looking at them.
No, not at all.
Are you afraid of what they might think of you?
Absolutely not, Captain. We are all of one mind in this squadron. We are very united.
Since this is such a close-knit squadron, you must have known Rainer.
Yes, of course. But he's not part of the squadron any longer. He left.
Really?
I don't know what you're trying to get me to say, Captain. Rainer left the squadron because he was sent on a mission. There's nothing more to say.
Sorry, mate, but that's not what happened.
I don't know anything more.
Thank you. That will be all.
Thank you, madam. Captain.
Lieutenants, report.
Captain?
Could you give us a few minutes and take us around the site? I've never been here before, and I'm curious to see what goes on.
I'm not sure if we can, Captain.
We are on duty, Captain.
Right, Lieutenant. Let's go! Are you coming with us?
No, thank you. I'd rather stay here. Take in some fresh air.
As you like. In that case, see you later.
Ah! Wilhelm, wir müssen noch mal reden.
Wilhelm, we need to talk. And don't worry, Captain Kurt will make sure your superior doesn't come this way.
Why are you doing this?
We didn't think you'd say anything as long as she was here.
If you noticed, others will have too. They'll make me pay.
Even more reason to talk. If we have proof, we can take action and close this camp.
Very well. What would you like to know?
What's
Was passiert
really
hier
going
wirklich?
on here? We know that Rainer didn't die in an accident.
This is supposed to be a training camp for the Guard's elite. Only the most talented recruits are allowed to join. This is an immense honor. An extraordinary chance. That's what we're told every day. but in reality, it's just hell.
Tell me about the training you undergo here.
It's more torture than anything else. We're constantly beaten and humiliated, and the slightest complaint only leads to more blows. They even push us to police one another, so we don't dare talk. Whatever the orders, we put our heads down, grit our teeth, and obey.
All they leave you is your survival instinct. Obey or die. It's inhuman.
I heard them tell you about the specialist training against the natives in hostile environments. But what they teach us would be more useful for assassins.
As for Rainer, do you know what happened to him?
Yes. One day he just couldn't stand it any longer. He disobeyed orders, he fought back, and people got hurt. That's when things blew up. They summoned him for night training.
What does that entail?
It doesn't have much to do with real training. They call us up for it at the last minute. The weakest serve as punching bags for the others, who are encouraged to beat them. If we refuse, we too become the targets. So we join in and strike. If you're looking to punish Rainer's murderer, you can start with me. We all have his blood on our hands.
Thank you for telling us all of this. You should get back to your comrades.
I hope you can do something. Have this camp closed. Otherwise I'll soon be as dead as Rainer.
We understand the risk you've taken. We won't let you down.
Wilhelm,
Thank you.
wir hören dich heraus.
Really? That was truly fascinating.
Captain?
I've seen everything I needed to see. You can leave us.
Yes, Captain.
Shall we go?
Kurt, Wilhelm has spoken.
What did he tell you?
He said the recruits go through hell. They are humiliated, spy on each other, get bullied. It's essentially torture. Rainer wouldn't stand for these methods. He rebelled and was summoned for night training.
Are you sure he used that term?
Yes. But he told me it's not really training. That recruits are summoned.
And the others beat them. Sometimes to death. I know.
You know about this kind of training?
Yeah. I thought it was a thing of the past. What a monster. How dare he?
I'm so sorry. I'm lost for words. Tell me, did you learn anything new?
I scouted out the site. There's two parts of the barracks we should look at more closely. Rolf's quarters and the basement, which they refused to open for me.
We can't just barge in and hope they give up. What's your plan?
Let's wait for nightfall. We'll sneak into the camp unseen, search the barracks, the private quarters, and then the basement.
We might also try to find out where this night training takes place.
Yes. I wouldn't want other young recruits to lose their lives tonight. Especially Wilhelm.
Strange. There's no one left in this part of the camp.
Maybe they're in the combat pit behind the barracks. I saw it when I visited the camp. Or they've already left for their night training. Let's find Rolf's office. He surely has the key to the basement.
This letter is disturbing, Kurt. It confirms that several deaths have been disguised in order to keep this camp secret. But it says that the recruits trained here have been assigned to governors from different cities. And yet I'm sure that Constantine knows nothing about these elite units. The conclusion of the letter also confirms that the commander is pleased with what's been going on here.
So Torsten knew.
So it seems. Including about the deaths.
He's gone too far. He dishonors us all. Sieglinder was right.
Huh.
This room. What could have happened in it?
I know this smell only too well. Fear, blood, death.
And to think I complained about the Nort's training practices, but this is horrific, God.
This document explains a lot. They torture the soldiers to break them. Raynor shows up on this list more than once. He gave them a lot of problems.
Those who resist too much are lynched during night training. Rolf, you'll pay for this.
Kurt, Wilhelm's name was added to tonight's training.
The boy will pay the ultimate price for having helped us.
We can't let them kill him. We must stop this training immediately.
The risk is that Rolf will ambush us.
If this boy dies because of us, I will never forgive myself. I refuse to let these recruits pay for the bastards who manipulate them. Let's avoid spilling blood in Vec.
You're a good captain, Kurt, but I hope you understand that they won't hold back on us.
They're just kids. There has to be a way to reason with them.
We'll do what we can, Kurt. I can't promise anything more.
Erstmal rennen wir den Rekruten, weil der hat uns geholfen. Jetzt helfen wir ihm.
Despite what Wilhelm told me, I wasn't expecting this. He's getting destroyed.
They'll kill him. We can't let them get away with it.
If you're dare. Come on. Let's see what you're capable of.
Stop! We won't let you kill this boy like you killed Raynor.
Soldiers! Do you realize what you're doing?
Captain? But...
You shouldn't be here. This time, you won't get away with it. To arms!
When my Master of Arms was in the Guard, he always repeated, fight with honor. What honor is there in lynching one of your own when he's defenseless? What honor is there in being forced to kill one another the moment one of you refuses to toe the line?
None. We followed orders. Nothing more.
You've been manipulated. But it's not too late to refuse all of this, to act with honor.
You're right, Captain. It's over, Lieutenant. We will no longer beat our own.
Imbeciles! Traitors!
Bit of poison on my blade. Let's go!
Will you be all right?
I'm wounded, but I'll survive. Thanks to you. I'm eternally grateful.
Come, Wilhelm. We'll help you get home. We owe you that at least.
I'm counting on you to bring him back to the camp in one piece.
Yes, Captain.
Well then, let's go. We can't let that vermin Rolf escape us.
Alter. Kann das Dings tragen? Kurt? Level ich die auch irgendwie mit? Keine Ahnung, ich glaube die Level mit der Zeit selber.
Let's hope that Rolf didn't hear the sounds of combat. Surprise is our best ally.
You're right. Let's try to approach discreet. It's blocked.
Ha, dann einmal durchs Gebäude quer. Aber auf der Rückseite gab es auch einen Ausgang. Unten im Keller, alles klar.
Bit of poison on my blade. Then let's go!
Let's see if you can ward off this feint.
Ach ja. Das hat er jetzt definitiv gehört. Oh.
Good. You're so predictable.
I knew you were a bastard, but I didn't think you'd be part of this disgrace.
Have fun, soldiers! The traitors must die!
Stop! Soldiers, are you really going to obey these scoundrels? Do I need to remind you of the Guard's motto? Where is your honor?
I won't repeat myself, recruits. Execute these traitors!
Soldiers, listen to your captain. You are the victims of these monsters, and we are here to save you. We surrendered without resistance, to avoid the fall and to spare your lives.
Well, what do you want us to do? We have orders, and we know what will happen to us if we don't obey.
Enough! To arms! Attack!
Must I remind you what happened to Raina?
And however many others perished to fuel the ambitions of this camp's leader.
Is this what you were promised when you were recruited?
No. No. Honor and glory. We've strayed far from all that. Let's surrender. Anything is better than dying here like dogs.
How dare you! You know what awaits you.
Shut up, you idiots. You're no longer in a position to threaten anyone.
Congratulations, Lieutenant. You've trained cowards.
Their training wasn't finished, Captain. And the speeches were so convincing.
Silence! Where is this second squadron? Should have been here a long time ago.
They're not coming, Rolf.
They surrendered too. It would appear that your training methods aren't very effective.
Now that you no longer have lackeys to send after us, Rolf, you'll have to get your own hands dirty.
I've dreamt of shutting that big mouth of yours up for so long.
Bit of poison on my blade. Bit of poison on my blade. And let's...
Will you be all right, Kurt?
Yes. Yes. I'll be fine. I'm just glad to know that this camp won't kill anyone else.
What about you, Wilhelm?
Thank you for saving my life. Without you...
I hope you can forget all about this. This is not what the Guard is about.
I don't know if you'll be able to forgive us, Wilhelm.
I've been in your shoes on other nights. You didn't have the choice.
While we wait for this camp to close for good, you'll be under Wilhelm's command. You'll soon receive your transfer orders.
At your orders, Captain.
Glad it's you, Wilhelm.
You'll stay here for now. I'll send men I trust to come get you soon.
What do you want us to do?
I'll need backup if I really want to put an end to all of this. We must go see Major Sieglinder in New Serene. I need to tell her what was going on here.
Are you sure she wasn't involved?
Her? Never. She's old school. She already held the commander at a distance because she didn't like the direction the Guard was headed. He would have sacked her, or worse, if she didn't have so much support within the Guard. I should have listened to her.
There's no use brooding over the past. Let's go. We'll go see her immediately.
Ich kann hier nicht noch ein bisschen looten oder so. Schade. Schade, schade, schade. Aber ziemlich geil. Hat sich die Sache mit dem Phantomlager hoffentlich erledigt. Aber vielleicht kriege ich eine andere Nebenquests von denen. Und Kurt wird mich jetzt, denke ich, richtig mögen, weil ich ihm so geholfen habe. Dann werden wir mal mit Vasco noch reden. Der braucht ja auch irgendwie auch Hilfe. Der hat wohl auch eine Aufgabe für uns. Müssen wir mal mit ihm quatschen. Ja, wie es mit dem Kirchentyp da aussieht, weiß ich noch nicht. Ob der mein Vertrauen bekommt.
Sieglinder.
Ich mag die Kirchentypen nicht so.
What's the matter, Kurt?
We've just returned from a training camp. A secret camp. Where elite soldiers are trained. Through terror, humiliation, and torture.
Don't tell me that.
Yes. One of my recruits died, and he wasn't the only one. It is designed to create a regiment of assassins.
I am sorry, Kurt. I knew something was wrong, but I never would have thought it'd go that far.
We put an end to it all. We had to. But Torsten allowed it, even encouraged it.
I told you that the commander's ambition would end up leading us astray from the ideals of the Guard, and that we would pay the price for it.
Yes. At the time, I told you you were exaggerating. That he had his reasons.
Kleiner mal auf Toilette gehen.
I'm going to speak out, Sieglinder.
Können wir weiterspielen.
And reveal the commander's project to the governor of the congregation.
If I were as close to him and his family as you are, I would have done so a long time ago.
I know. I feel so stupid for not having understood Torsten's scheme until now.
You've always been a loyal person, Kurt. And too many loyalties are sometimes hard to reconcile. But Torsten betrayed us all. I'm counting on you to make him pay for it.
Believe me, he won't get away with it. Goodbye, Sieglinder.
Goodbye, Kurt. My men and I stand with you.
Kurt freundlich, ja. Ich bin mal ganz kurz auf Toilette, bis gleich. So, ich bin wieder da. Weiter geht's. Kurt ist uns jetzt freundlich gesinnt.
Greenblood, my friend. Do you need something?
Seine Beziehung zum Hauptmann halt.
What was he to you? A friend? A rival?
A little bit of both. I wouldn't have willingly chosen him to be my comrade. And yet he was. And he was always picking at me to make sure that he was the best, the strongest, and the most appreciated. I suppose we all have someone like this in our past. Did you not experience that with Constantine?
The two situations are nothing alike. We were never soldiers, and we were not in competition at court. We did not live in the same world as you, Kurt.
Indeed. I apologize for assuming differently. Anything else?
Oh, scheiße.
Sieglinde appears to know you well, and to have a lot of respect for you.
We fought together. That brings people closer, you know that. But I can assure you that's all there is to it. Actually, up until now, I've fought by your side more often than I have hers.
Yet you still manage to surprise me.
I certainly hope so. Just as you surprise me often. Finding pleasure in discovering new aspects of one another's personality is half the fun of a relationship, isn't it? Anything else?
I must
Ich
leave.
hab meinen Rufhund mit ihm gelitten. Nein.
Desarde, I have a favor to ask.
Very well.
Gerne.
I'm listening.
Do you remember the story of Jonah?
Of course.
Well, I'm like him. A donation to the sea. My family also gave me to the Nords. I don't know anything about my real family, except that they are probably affluent and from the congregation. When I was born, the Nords and the merchant princes had a complex relationship. I must have been used to settle a debt or forge a truce, but that doesn't matter. The mystery of my origins has now become an obsession. I need to know where I come from. If I were patient enough, I'd wait to become a fleet commander, and then I would be told. But since being laid off, such a promotion seems somewhat improbable.
And you want me to help you find this information?
You understand correctly. The records of all seamen stationed on the island are in their respective ports. Mine must be in the harbor office in New Serene, and it must contain my family name. But if I go there, I'd be spotted right away. Could you go there and bring the file to me?
Of course. But you'll have to come with me to the port and tell me a little more.
Right. Also, I don't want any Nords to be hurt in the process. Despite my desire to know my origins, the Nords are still my family.
Don't worry. We'll be discreet.
Ich habe ja eine Nordenuniform. Ich würde aber wieder gerne die eine mitnehmen. Komm gerade nicht auf den Namen. Ciora. Würde ich gerne mitnehmen. Werden wir gleich mal abholen gehen. Unsere Hütte müsste ja hier vorne rechts sein, gell? Ja. Die war links davon. Genau, da ist unsere Hütte. Ich voll das geile Haus, trotzdem. Hallo Ciora. Deine Gruppe zusammenstellen. Kurt, du bleibst mal eine Weile hier. Und ja. Unsere Gruppe entfernen. Du kommst mal mit. Genau. Oh, guck mal, unser Mantel backt auch nicht mehr. Das ist auch schön. Spiele das Hafenamt aus.
Here we are. We have a good view from here. The harbor office is well guarded, both outside and inside. Getting through the main entrance is impossible.
There must be a blind spot. There's always one.
You could dress as a Nart and go through the back door, but someone may recognize you inside.
I'll need to be much more discreet. A potion could help me.
That is an option, yes, but since I'd rather avoid hurting any Nauts, I made some inquiries. The harbor office has an arrangement with Dieter from the brothel. Girls come every night with wine.
I see. You want us to spike the wine so that they sleep during our search?
It's a proven technique, and I can assure you they do not sniff the wine before drinking it.
Right. Let's get a sleeping potion. Then we'll go see Dieter.
Schlaftabletten, die können wir bestimmt auch kaufen. Verkaufst du Schlaftabletten? Erstmal würde ich gern was verkaufen. Das Ding kann ich sowieso nicht benutzen. Ah, die verkaufen immer die 4 Quest-Gegenstände, werden immer verkauft. Das ist praktisch. Dann gehen wir mal ins Bordell und reden mit Dieter. Also alle Minderjährigen jetzt bitte die Augen zumachen oder ganz weit auf, je nachdem. Aber wir gehen jetzt ins Bordell. Ah, hier. Da gibt's auch Gretchen. Ich habe ja meine...
Hello, Your Excellency. I hope you're having a pleasant time.
Very well. Goodbye, soldier.
Ah.
Yes, why? You looking to have a good time?
It seems like you are sending girls and wine to the harbor office every night.
So, there's no law against that, is there?
No, and I'm not here to stop you.
Listen, Dieter, we just wanted to add a secret ingredient to your wine tonight.
What? Are you joking? Are you trying to slip a laxative in it?
We were thinking more of sleeping pills. Nothing bad, you see.
Listen, I have nothing against a little prank, but I can't risk losing my best customers.
Oh.
Captain Vasco is very influential among the Nauts. Maybe he could help expand your excellent clientele even further.
If you accept, I could arrange for your agreement to come to fruition. In San Mateus, for example.
San Mateus? Ah, I would have to recruit. But yeah, that would be interesting.
So then, we agree?
Yes, that's fine. Tonight your friends will receive their delivery. Seasoned. Now, give me the sleeping potion.
Thanks to Dieter, you should be able to slip into the Harbour Master's office after dark. But you should still dress as one of us, just to make sure you avoid confrontation.
Good idea. I'll see to it.
Das habe ich ja eh schon gemacht. Ich bin ja schon einer von denen quasi, von der Verkleidung her. Ich renn schon die ganze Zeit aus den Noten rum. Von daher ist das so eine Rüstung von denen. Halt ein bisschen auf mich angepasst und verfeinert und so mit Panzerplatten etc. Aber ja.
Dieter's girls will arrive later tonight. We can wait here if you're ready.
Auf Dieters Mädchen
we'll wait
warten.
for Dieter's girls to do their work as planned. Then we'll enter.
Very well. It's definitely the safer option.
Dieter's girls are gone. Your guard should get a good night's sleep now.
You should go. I'll wait here as planned. I can't risk getting caught there.
Don't worry. I'll make sure not to hurt anyone.
Good luck, Disarde.
locked.
Ah, das ist jetzt schlecht. Aber da liegt ja schon der Schlüssel. Veredeltes Eisenerz, kann ich die Rüstung noch ein bisschen upgraden. Da hat auch noch einer eine Nebenquest. Aber wir machen jetzt erstmal die 4 Wasker. Vielleicht dann später der Priester auch noch eine für uns.
And nobody saw me.
Wonderful. You did everything perfectly. So, let's see what this file can tell us. So I was right. My real name is Leandra, son of the Darcy family from Serene. Nobles, I suppose.
Yes. I must admit that I had no idea they had given a son to the Nauts.
To think that I spent my childhood polishing ship bridges, when I could have been wearing silk.
I'm sorry for you, Vasco. But growing up in nobility is not as simple as it sounds.
Really? Well, whatever. I've learnt my real name thanks to you, and that's what I wanted.
Leandra Darcy. I remember coming across a Darcy at my uncle's court. Your brother, no doubt.
My brother? What was he like?
It was a long time ago. We were children. I couldn't tell you what he looks like today.
A brother? I wonder if we are alike despite our completely different lives. Thank you for sharing this and for telling me about him. You gave me back my identity. This is more important than the Nauts care to admit.
Karantz, do you need something?
I must leave you. See you later.
Der eine hat da auch noch eine Nebenquest, theoretisch. Ich quatsch mal kurz mit dem.
Good day, milady.
Disarday. I'm the emissary of the congregation on Tir Fredi.
And cousin to the governor. I know exactly who you are. Enchanted. I am Admiral Cabral, and I see that you're accompanied by one of our own. Hardy winds, Vasco.
Hardy winds, Admiral.
You are still angry with me for keeping you ashore, are you not? You'll one day thank me for it, but I don't suppose you've come to talk to me about affectations. What can I do for you?
Ach, gar nicht. Hat doch keine Quest.
Until we meet again, Admiral.
Dann befragen wir mal die Lady.
Come closer, good people.
Die Häuser sind dann auch alle gleich aufgebaut, oder?
Do you remember me?
Of course. Lady de Sardet, isn't it? I hope that you and your cousin have grown to like it here. But I have little reason to believe you have paid me a visit to exchange civilities. Can I be of service?
What do you know about the ruins found to the northwest of here?
The site that the natives call Didakidnadagase.
That is not how we pronounce it, but yes, we are speaking of the same place.
Your language is difficult to master, but I find it fascinating. To answer your question, I had countless questions about the place when our explorers and scouts first brought back sketches. Intrigued, I went there. I noted the architecture and their decorations. It is certain that they bear a striking resemblance with continental constructions, but they are more ancient. Too old to have been recently built by the Bridge Alliance settlers when they first set foot on the island. I even questioned the natives, but they only spoke of a people of the sea. My first thoughts went to the Nauts, but they're not known for building large towns, less so cities. There are other ruins on a cliff to the east of here. Perhaps they hide the key to this mystery. I hoped to organize an expedition, but the region is dangerous and hard of access. We explored mines at the bottom of the cliff, but we were not able to find an access to the plateau. If the mystery of these ruins intrigues you as much as me, it is in that direction that you should begin to look for answers. Can I help you with any other matter?
My lady, I have to go. Goodbye.
Dann gehen wir mal zu der alten Mine.
Beautiful things from our village.
Na dann. Schauen wir mal, schauen wir mal. Ah, da vorne sind wieder Wölfe. Den kommen wir, denke ich, eh nicht vorbei ohne den Kampf. Easy. Biozar, was auch immer das ist, aber es scheint auch ein bisschen wertvoller zu sein. Eisenerz. Was sind hier oben hin? Ich bin gerade mal ein bisschen neugierig. Sorry, dass wir hier gerade irgendwie in die komplett falsche Richtung rennen, aber... Neugier ist Neugier. Was soll man machen? Tollkirschen. Also, oh mein Gott, hier. Oh, wir haben Rubin bekommen.
I need a bit of practice.
Okay. Hier kommen wir erstmal nicht weiter, dafür braucht man neue Stärke. Okay. Müssen wir ein andermal hochgehen. Boah, das da hinten ist wirklich ein Vulkan, oder? Ob wir da auch hinkommen? Bestimmt. Safe kommen wir da hin. So, wo müssen wir hin? Ach, rüber zum 12 Stunden Reisezeit. Easy. Hab ich richtig Lust? Also macht schon Spaß, so 12 Stunden. Der dann auch eine Aufgabe für uns, ja. Ich nehm mal Maske ein bisschen mit. Eigentlich will ich ja nur was verkaufen. Boah, ich dachte gerade kurz mein Spiel abgespielt. Wow, 32 Münzen kriegen wir für das Ding. Das Ding ist ja richtig wertvoll. Ah, das Spiel, das reizt mich. Gut, du hast die Ladezeiten zwischen den Gebieten, aber die sind jetzt nicht unendlich lang. Davon sind ein paar Tiere, aber die können wir kalt machen, denke ich. So, jetzt beschädigen unsere Tritte auch die Rüstung von den Gegnern. Scharfer Reißzahn, den können wir verkaufen.
Look, up there. This is the tree. The ruins Lady Morange told us about. But I
Da müssen wir hin.
get there. The path collapsed.
Some of the tunnels in the mine may lead to it. We should go there.
Oh, nice. Und sie kennt die Minen scheinbar. Aber sie sagt, der Weg ist eingestutzt dorthin. Ich glaube, wenn wir jetzt Stärke oder so hätten, kämen wir da auch anders hin. Aber haben wir nicht. Oh, guck mal hier. Die haben ordentlich was eingesteckt. Schuppen. Was hat der hier? Munition. War ein Händler, gell? Dann haben die Viecher überfallen. Schade, in den Kisten ist nichts mehr. Oh, ist das ein Dorf hier? Ja. Minengesellschaft.
Good grief. These are some unusual customers. Well, greetings, my lady. It's a real pleasure to have a customer such as yourself. How may I help you?
I
Unterhalten.
imagine that your customers are mostly miners.
Yes. For this reason, I mostly sell supplies and tools. But as you can see, I have some other riches. I'm sure this village will eventually grow larger. Who knows? Maybe this alley will become more lively.
Wow, also Kraft muss ich definitiv leveln. Ah, eigentlich. Ich muss mal gucken. Ich muss für die andere Waffe noch mal gucken, was ich für die leveln muss. Warte mal, habt ihr einen anderen Mantel? Ne, ihr habt auch nur Händler. Ah, schade.
Thank you. It was a pleasure.
The entrance to Qualusone is here. The people of the village might be able to teach us a few things.
Good day. What can I do for you?
Nach den Ruinen
What can you
fragen?
tell me about the ruins on the plateau?
You aren't the first to ask me about them, but the answer is still the same. I've nothing to tell you. Not that I wouldn't want to, but I've never been there. There must have been a path once upon a time, but it's no longer there. Maybe it collapsed. Some say that you have to pass through the mines to get there. A few of the tunnels do climb. It's certainly possible, I would say. But those tunnels are all closed, and we have better things to do. The iron ore, it doesn't come out of the ground by itself. Do you need anything else?
Tell me about the mines.
It wasn't us that first dug them out. They're really old. Centuries old. But those tunnels are full of riches. It takes little effort to unearth the minerals that we want. What more could we ask for? Seeing as how there aren't that many of us, if we were pressed to mine all the tunnels, we'd be too few. But the time will come, when folks hear about what we're pulling from these rocks. We won't be alone for much longer.
Ach ja, dann gehen wir da mal rein. Ich hoffe, die lassen uns dort rein. So, jetzt gehen wir sogar mal nach drinnen in Minen. Das klingt natürlich auch cool. Wir können bis zu 12 Tasten. Ah. Okay. Ich weiß nicht, wir gehen einfach mal hier hoch. Aber eigentlich ist es hier ja noch relativ hell. Das ist schon cool hier. Ich glaube, hier gibt es doch keine Gegner. Aber man weiß es nicht.
There must be a way to open this gate somehow. There, the gate is opened.
Hier gibt es doch Gegner.
A bit of poison on my blade. And let's go! Let's see if you can ward off this face.
Joa, looten wir mal noch schnell die Drecksbiester.
A bit of poison on my blade. And let's go!
Hier. Wieder 32 wert. Durch unser geskilltes Charisma ist es ja höher. Roheisenerz. Hier ist ein Werktisch, hier ist eine Truhe. Ah, Munition.
Bit of poison on my blade, and let's go! Let's see if you can ward off this fate!
Ah, hat sich schon erledigt. Roheisen. Ah, guck mal, hier geht's raus. Prachtvolle Federn. Wow, wir sind echt oben. Was kommt man doch da hoch? Was, wo ich halt... Hatte ich ja im letzten Stream gesagt, ich würde gern da hochgehen und mir die angucken. Und tada, wir sind oben. Gibt bestimmt auch Gegner. Und ich glaube, hier gibt es ein Lager. Vielleicht gibt hier ein Lager.
Here we are. These are the ruins that Lady Lorene spoke
Sag ich
to
doch,
us
hier gibt es ein
about.
Lager. Sollen wir auch erstmal gründen? Weil jetzt haben wir hier einen Schnellreisepunkt.
Explore the area. Something may give away the identity of the architects.
Oh!
Bit of poison on my blade, and let's go!
Ja, okay, lass mich da mal aufstehen. Ohne Scheiß. Abgefragt. Wir haben eine Trophäe erhalten. können uns mal unsere Fallen mitnehmen, die wir hier überall gesetzt haben. Und wo das Vieh so oft reingerannt ist. Oh, da hinten gibt es noch eine Kiste. Oh, Beweglichkeit Stufe 2 brauchen wir dafür aber ebenfalls. Okay. Es wird immer schwieriger, unsere Position auf der Insel zu halten. Trotzdem.
This journal confirms what we suspected. A continental nation had once attempted to colonize the island with the help of the Nords, and they were repulsed. From what I was able to decipher, few of them actually managed to escape.
I should have known as soon as we discovered those ruins that we were not foreign to these lands.
The major part of the journal has faded, and I'm not able to make out the name of the author. Let's continue our search. We must discover which nation was here.
Wie schnell es aber vor allem gerade dunkel wurde. Altes Siegel.
I know the insignia, even if it has become more detailed in recent decades. It's hard to believe my eyes.
What nation does it belong to?
This is the ancient coat of arms of Serene. It's a congregation seal. I think the information is pointing to something. No possible doubt remains. All the clues point in the same direction. The people from the sea who built these ruins and confronted the natives. They were us.
It's difficult to admit. And to think that I turn to you to help us against the Bridge Alliance. I do not judge you guilty of the crimes of your ancestors. But this story is known.
I know this will not help our relations with your people. That is certain.
And to think we helped you. I'm having trouble dealing with this, even if it does explain a lot. We're gonna have to keep this story under lock and key. The natives are not gonna swallow it easily without a long chew.
This must be the reason they kept us in the dark. Constantine is going to be furious when he learns this.
Bit of poison on my blade. Let's go!
Ach ja.
Bit of poison on my blade. Then let's go!
Wo war denn jetzt das komische Camp? Ich will gleich von da nicht schnell was ausmachen.
Bit of poison on my blade. And let's go! Let's see if we can ward off this fate!
Schön zu wissen, dass ich keine Muni mehr habe. Da ist das Camp. So, jetzt halten wir wieder im Lager an, genau. Beweglichkeit 3 brauche ich hier sogar bei dem anderen. Hier brauche ich aber erstmal nur Beweglichkeit 2. Naja, können wir später leveln mal. Oha! Dafür kriegen wir 150. So, jetzt erwachen wir ja in unserer Hütte hier. Genau. Hübsche Hütte. Müssen echt mehr leveln. Aber wir kriegen bald wieder einen Skillpunkt.
Cousin!
Hä?
You have returned. How did things go?
You don't look well. What's happened?
Nothing. Nothing terribly bad in any case. I must have eaten something that's having trouble going through me.
It seems to me that this illness has been lingering too long. Who prepares your meals? Are they safe?
No one is poisoning me, fair cousin. We are far from court and their customs. It's nothing. Take my word for it. Now then, what do you have to tell me?
We had a talk with Lady Morange, and we explored the ruins that she suggested we visit. All our findings point to one conclusion. Those ruins were originally built by the Congregation of Merchants.
The Congregation? Us? But Father never once even hinted. Once again, he must have deemed me unworthy to know the secret. How he must despise me.
Constantine.
We need to learn more. I want to understand. I need to know everything my father has kept from me. This question also concerns you. You look too much like a native for that to be a coincidence. Since we cannot bombard my father with questions, others here must give us the answers we require. The congregation, even in the past, could not have made it to this island without help. We are pitiful sailors.
You were thinking of us? But I assure you that I know nothing of this store.
You are perhaps simply not aware, but your admiral stationed at the captainry surely is. Go and find her, cousin. Try to learn the final chapter of this story.
Very well.
Anything else?
I'm going to leave now. Goodbye, Konstantin.
Look out for yourself.
Und wir sind ein Level up und wir haben für alles einen Punkt bekommen. Ha. Ha, das wäre auch was. Ich würde gerne das mal hier leveln. Ich meine, Charisma müssen wir nicht leveln durch den Mantel mehr. Das sind wir jetzt Maximum. Wenn da jetzt noch einen Punkt reinstecken, wäre der unnötig vergeben. Hier haben wir jetzt wieder einen. Da bräuchte ich dann aber erstmal 2 Punkte. Ich würde. Aber ich will ja eh auf schwere Einhandwaffen eigentlich skillen später. Wohl, wissen wir nicht. Schauen wir mal, was gibt's denn hier oben? Okay. Neuen Questgegenstand bekommen. Keine Ahnung. Jetzt müssten wir theoretisch mal ins Versteck gehen. Also in unser Haus, da holen wir uns unseren legendären Degen da ab, den wir da haben. Wir haben jetzt Wirklichkeit 2 geskillt. Ach ja. Dann latsch mal vor zum Schmied kurz. Gucken wir mal, inwiefern wir den jetzt verbessern können. Gold müssten wir ein bisschen haben. Materialien haben wir definitiv, da können wir machen, was wir wollen draus. Ah, Munition können wir vielleicht bei Munition kaufen oder anfertigen lassen. Müssen wir mal gucken. Die etwas anfertigen lassen. Ach, für das Ding können wir uns gar nichts anfertigen lassen, alles klar. Schade. Ne, Munition kann er auch nicht anfertigen. Wir können hier uns was anfertigen lassen. Betreffen mich ihre Effekte mit? Das weiß ich halt nicht. Das müssen wir noch rausfinden. Ja, mache ich hier für sie gar nichts. Was das betrifft. Weil am Ende mache ich dann was für sie und dann bringt's mir gar nichts. Wäre dann auch Schwachsinn. Gehen wir mal zur Admiralin runter.
Desarde, what can I do for you?
I've explored many ruins on this island. Ruins that, after careful scrutiny, were built by the congregation. In one of them, we found a journal that made reference to your guild. This document, as are the buildings, date much further back than the arrival of the Bridge Alliance a decade ago. These discoveries raise a good many questions. Questions that my cousin would like you to answer.
I understand. All the same, we are in a difficult situation. We are bound by the pact. I could eventually overlook these engagements if you would perform a service. Commander Fernando, who holds the port of San Mateus, has problems with certain members of Teleme. The bishop that accompanies you on occasion could without a doubt tell you more.
I won't hesitate to speak to him about it.
Solve these problems, and I will reconsider the validity of the pact. I will answer your questions. Anything else?
I need to be going. Until we meet again, Admiral.
Ja. Jetzt rennen wir wieder vor zu Petros.
Hello, Your Excellency.
Hey, wo ist denn der bitte? Der wird mir ja hier unten angezeigt, aber der ist gar nicht hier. Ist doch eigentlich in meiner Hütte, oder? Theoretisch. Ja.
Ah, my child, I'm happy that you are here. I've had an idea that I wish to present to you.
Please do.
I've known the Mother Cardinal for quite some time. She is a formidable woman, gifted and diplomatically skilled.
Ich sag Greedfall, ein RPG.
Defenseless when dealing with her, and would like to give him a few
Aber hi.
weapons.
What do you have in mind?
Diplomacy is not only a matter of formal encounters and choreographed etiquette. If we had the means to action more personal leverage, the Mother Cardinal could not manipulate your cousin.
How could we ever find anything of that sort?
Everyone has nasty little
Mir geht's
secrets,
gut,
my
und
child.
dir?
It's our task to discover Cornelius.
It is a very good idea. But alas, I have other problems to resolve first.
I understand. Come and find me when you are ready.
I had a meeting with Admiral Cabral concerning what we found in those ruins. She said she was bound by a pact that kept her from answering questions on the subject.
The Nauts are nothing more than mercenaries of the oceans. I suppose that she wants something in exchange.
Effectively. She told me that her men posted at San Mateus met with some problems, and she advised me to speak to you. Does that make sense?
I believe I see what the Admiral is speaking about. Or rather, who. A few of our zealous brothers are overcome by their faith. You already witnessed it for yourself at San Mateus. They look with a wary eye at all those who do not swear faith to Taleme and refuse to express
Das ist
their
schön,
faith
das ist schön.
openly. It is possible they have decided to
Was
target
machst
the
du denn
Nords.
so?
We will need to speak with those on Taleme lands. And of course seek out the Bishop Domitius.
Bist du noch in der Lehre?
Ja. Noch. Aber
I will see you later.
nur noch
Take care, my
ein
child.
paar Monate. Dann bin ich fertig. So, befrage Kommandant Fernando. Boah, der ist wieder in Afrika, wa?
Warten, bis Corona vorbei ist, damit ich wieder arbeiten kann.
Ihr dürft gar nicht arbeiten, wa? Ja, das Problem habe ich nicht. Ich darf nicht noch auf Arbeit gehen. Also, ja, darf, muss, wie man es nimmt.
Das ist sehr schön.
Ja. Bekommst du wenigstens dein Geld, wenn du nicht arbeiten darfst?
Was machst du nach deiner Lehre?
Wahrscheinlich weiter da arbeiten, wenn's gut läuft. Also ich habe jetzt nicht vor, unbedingt die Firma zu verlassen.
Nein, bin gekündigt worden.
Du bist gekündigt worden, was? Echt jetzt?
Werde wieder eingestellt, wenn ich wieder anfange.
Okay. Das ist natürlich scheiße. Ach, ich will gar nichts von ihm kaufen. Was hast du nochmal gearbeitet? Ich hab's vergessen.
Okay, war blöd geschrieben, werde wieder eingestellt, wenn alles vorbei ist. Einschaltungszeichen, Einschaltungszeichen, so sollte es heißen. Einschaltungszeichen, Einschaltungszeichen.
Okay. Okay. Wenigstens etwas. Als was war's nochmal? Wie gesagt, hab's irgendwie nicht mehr ganz im Kopf. Hier geht's gar nicht lang.
Koch, wie kannst du das mit mir wissen?
Indem ich vergesslich bin? Ganz einfach. Du müsstest mich doch kennen.
warst du so
Hello,
schlau, als
milady.
du klein warst
You
und
are from the
jetzt so
congregation, are you not?
Einschaltungszeichen.
Desardet, your
Ja.
admiral has sent me here.
Passiert.
Pleasure. You may call
Ich
me
war früher schlau,
Fernando.
was?
I am the port commander here. What might I do for you?
Your admiral informed me that you've been having problems with a few citizens of Thélème. What more can you tell me?
Problems, huh? We're up to our necks and sinking with problems. Yeah, I even received threats to my own person. One of those high and mighty long rogues dared walk upon my docks with talk of burning me at the stake. Burning me?
Max?
Then two of my men up and disappeared. And I do not believe in coincidence. I wanted to ask for help from the Mother Cardinal, but she did not answer my requests for an audience. The games of politics are not my forte, and investigations even less so. Find my men. I implore you. More questions?
Verdammt, jetzt habe ich nicht zugehört.
Thanks. I've got everything I need.
Fernando and the Admiral are close. When she was captain, he was her chief mate. She trusts him completely. That's why she put him in charge of the management of the port of San Mateus.
We should talk to some other sailors at the port. If some of their comrades have
Wir haben uns
also
auch schon eine Weile
disappeared,
nicht
they may
gesehen.
be able to give us some information.
Ja, ich weiß, bin eigentlich immer viel am Arbeiten.
Ja. Ich bin aber auch kaum noch in Chemnitz, von daher.
Grinsendes Gesicht mit lächelnden Augen.
Ah, Your Excellency. The Enlightened must have sent you. I would like to ask a favor of you.
I'm listening.
As you may be aware, we suspected this island might be the one St. Lucius wrote about.
Is that so?
We did, but let me explain. This island was where St. Mateus lived at the end of his life, and where he founded a perfect community. Some time ago, we created a village which we called Eden, following his example. We chose this place as it seemed to be the closest to the one described in the Holy Scriptures. It is a home to a community of converted islanders, accompanied and guided in their budding faith by our theologians. As you can imagine, it is of the utmost importance to us, all the more so because we discovered some tablets there, which were engraved by our founder.
An extraordinary discovery that confirms your suspicions.
I see you understand. Alas, these tablets were stolen, probably by the islanders who still reject our influence. I know that you are generally well accepted by the natives. That is why I was hoping that you could help us to retrieve what belongs to us.
I suppose I could go to Eden and try to retrieve them.
Marvelous. The leader of the community, Father Justinius, will be able to answer your questions. May the Enlightened assist you in this holy quest, Your Excellency.
Ich habe schon wieder eine Quest bekommen.
Ich zocke zurzeit
What do
LOL
you
und Last
want from
Oasis.
me, my daughter?
Lady Desardet,
Okay,
emissary of the
okay,
congregation.
okay. Kenne ich beide Spiele nicht.
The congregation still has the uncanny gift of surprising us. I am Bishop Domitius. I represent the Ordo Luminous on the island. What can I do for you?
Ich bin mal ganz kurz auf Toilette. Bin gleich wieder da. Da!
I believe you
Weiter
have a few
geht's.
problems with the Naughts who reside in the port.
We have problems with all matter of heretics, my daughter. And of course the pagan Naughts would be among them. They are very secretive, and have all sorts of strange rituals that they keep to themselves under cloak of mystery. The sorcery they employ to guide their ships is drawn from nature, just like the sorcery used by the natives. And to top it all off, and this is where it stings, we suspect them to be at the origin of the Malachor.
Whatever do you mean? How?
Have you ever once
Für mehr
crossed
Zuschauer
paths
müsste
with
ich
a
wahrscheinlich
Nord
häufiger mal
suffering from the
streamen, aber
blood
mache ich
plague?
zu selten.
Why are they spared? The only logical reason is that they are at its origin, calling upon various cursed rituals. It's as simple as day. I am certain that we will find clues of their rituals and their pagan idols in their stockhouses in the port.
What a nest of absurdities.
What other reaction would you expect from those responsible for the curse that afflicts us?
Very well. Let's just agree that these rumors need to be verified.
Anything else?
Und was machst du Schönes an Ostern?
Ich spiel nur ab und zu mal ein anderes.
Welches Spiel spiele ich denn immer? Weiß ich gar nicht. Skyrim, glaube ich, andauernd, oder? Ja, ich stream halt, wenn ich Lust habe und auf das, was ich Lust habe. Ja. Aber was
Was soll ich denn machen, rumgammeln?
Keine Ahnung, zur Zoe gehen. Oder so, weiß ich da nicht. Zur Familie gehen, kein Plan. Und versuche das Verschwinden der Nauten. Aha, wo soll ich denn anfangen?
War gestern bei Mutti, reicht erstmal bis Herbst Einschaltungszeichen, Einschaltungszeichen.
Ach so. Ja, das reicht auch,
Good day.
denke ich.
I am looking for several sailors, some Naughts that disappeared a few days ago.
Sorry, that doesn't ring any bells. But I did hear talk like everyone else on the port, but that's all. You should ask the mage inquisitors who have taken up lodgings here of late. They must have certainly seen something. We see them everywhere, and they spend their time spying on all that moves, especially eyeing all that the Naughts are up to.
And what do these mage inquisitors look like?
They wear a very peculiar symbol.
We cannot question all the inquisitors roaming around the port, especially considering what we've learned from Domitius. They must be doing everything in their power to discover the Naughts' secrets.
Ne, da bin ich schon wieder nicht mehr im Suchradius.
So zocke erstmal, also nicht wundern, wenn ich nicht schreibe.
Ja, alles gut. Alles gut, mach nur. Es schreiben jetzt schon mehr Leute als sonst. Also von daher. Ach, ich liebe die KI. Stellt sich einfach in den Weg. Komm ich da hoch? Ne. Ha, 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 ha. Ha, ha. Was passiert denn, wenn ich über die Mauer kletter? nicht. Nur, dass ich hier... Das ist, glaube ich, Nautengebiet. Dafür, dass sie verschwunden sind, sind ja echt viele von denen. Ich mache meine Uniform. Ich komme nicht zur Tür raus. Sofort zur Tür. Easy. Was ist hier? Okay, Goldmünze, bla bla bla. Munition, Munition ist schön. Blöde Steuerung in Gebäuden. Nein! Mag die Kamera nicht. Ja, das scheint deren Gebiet zu sein. Aber wo genau soll ich denn hier was untersuchen? Das ist auch schon wieder kein Suchgebiet mehr. Ha. Bin gerade etwas überfordert, was ich tun soll.
Good day, Desade. How can I help you?
I met the representative of the Ordo Luminis, and he spoke of his fears concerning the Nauts.
That hardly surprises me. That man is full of pride and arrogance, and sees evil wherever he gazes.
That bishop is not made of milk and kindness, but his questions are intriguing. He suspects you to be somehow responsible for the Malachor, because you never fall prey to it.
Responsible for the Malachor? And how?
Through your magic. Some sort of ritual. Do you use a magic very similar to that of the natives?
I have nothing more to say about it. Those are merely the fantasies of a lunatic. More questions?
Thanks. I've got everything I need. The commander will probably not tell us anything more about the Nauts' secrets. But the documents at the Harbour Master's office may teach us something new, if we can stay discreet.
Hä? Das wollte ich gar nicht drücken. Ach ja, das war meine kostbare Munition. An die Nauten, die die Lagerhäuser bewachen. Die Anzahl der Wachen, die in den wichtigsten Lagerhäusern patrouillieren, muss unverzüglich verdoppelt werden. Verkleidete Inquisitoren wurden in der Gegend getötet, die versuchen vermutlich in die Lager einzudringen.
This note speaks of a secret hangar. We should investigate, even though it's sure to be well guarded. That way, we'll know exactly what the Nauts are hiding from us.
I can assure you we're not hiding anything reprehensible. But if you absolutely want to check it out for yourself...
Stimmt, der ist ja auch einer von denen. Der wird sich freuen, dass wir bei denen rumschnüffeln.
These machines are extremely complex. I've never seen anything like this. This one looks like it has a shouting dolphin etched into its side.
I wouldn't begin to know how this one works. It's a new model, invented recently. It's designed to measure the depths of the oceans. It's extremely useful.
Okay, also nichts Wichtiges. Der Ruf des Delfins, der Dreizack, muss so schnell wie möglich repariert werden. Außerdem sollte das Barometer ausgetauscht werden, das am Bord, da das an Bord befindliche nicht so präzise arbeitet, wie es sollte. Die Besatzung konnte dem Sturm nicht rechtzeitig ausweichen, was uns das Segel kostete. Ich bitte um Diskretion, da die Inquisition, ja.
I've already seen this type of engine in my uncle's court. It's used to spy upon the stars.
These objects are called sextants. Looking at the heavens through them, we can determine and track precisely the course of our ships.
Nothing magic or impure therein. They are nothing but measuring instruments. And that, it looks like a thermometer. And this other machine, does it really predict the weather?
The second instrument is a barometer, and it does indeed predict where the weather is going to be. Nothing magic in it either, I can tell you that.
These instruments are incredible, and I would be hard-pressed to use them. But I certainly see nothing magic in here, nor anything diabolical. For as long as they work and are really used, these instruments seem to be the product of science. And I have definitely found nothing related to the Malachor, nor a secret sect or cult. This Domitius has let his imagination and the taste of Naught's secrets get the better of him.
I don't think you realize the importance of what you have just seen. These instruments allow us to dominate the oceans and discover new worlds. Keeping this secret has enabled us to remain the only ones capable of navigating the high seas.
Everyone just thinks you use a magic of your own.
We were the ones that spread that rumor. It harms our reputation, but protects us from competition.
And this story about the Malachor?
I have no way to explain why we don't catch it, but we're not responsible for it. I truly hope you'll reveal nothing of what you've discovered in this place.
Ach, ich hasse Pistazien, wenn die nie aufgehen. So war eh die letzte. So, aber ich habe keine Ahnung, was ich jetzt genau bei der Quest machen soll. Nur, dass sie mich irgendwie... keine Ahnung.
The
Was ich
Ordo
da machen
Luminous
muss.
was completely wrong. We must find these missing Naughts.
Oh, no.
Karans.
I must leave you. See you later.
Boah, Glück gehabt. Aber hä? Hast du was mit meiner Rüstung zu tun, dass er nicht mit mir reden will? Ah, das ist ja auch eine Naudenrüstung, von daher würde mir der nichts bringen. Hä? Irgendwie ist die Mission buggy. Kommen wir nicht mehr hier runter. What the fuck? Ah, das fuckt mich gerade ab. Wo muss ich denn hin?
Good day. I'm looking for 2 men, Naughts, that went missing a few days ago. Do you know anything about them?
Why? As a matter of fact, I do. 3 or 4 days ago, I was at the tavern having a conversation with a sailor. A nice fellow. He was telling these stories. He was drinking hard. He went outside for a moment to... you can imagine. And well, he never came back. He wasn't that drunk to have passed out. If it were that, we would have found him. No. Something happened to him. That's a fact. But I would be at a loss to tell you what.
If one of the sailors disappeared as he came out of the tavern, that's where we should go. If we find Inquisitors there, they'll certainly know more than the ones we see here.
Come closer. Don't hesitate. All of our products are a blessing from God.
We're approaching the tavern.
If we want to eavesdrop on conversations, we should be discreet.
You again. Why am I not surprised to see you implicated in this story of surveillance?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
A witness told me that you and others of your order seem to be spying on all comings and goings in the port. 2 Naughts were captured not long ago. You had to have seen something.
You are mistaken, my daughter. You've been misinformed.
You know I have the Mother Cardinal's ear. Is she aware of your initiatives?
I do not appreciate this attempt at intimidation. But very well. Since you insist. These Naughts were arrested. We were forced to interrogate them to bring to light their pagan rituals.
It wasn't a sanctioned arrest, was it?
No. The Mother Cardinal is not aware. Not yet. But as soon as we have succeeded in making them talk and they have confessed their heresy, she...
Of course. Where did you take them?
The Coin Guard has lent us their jails and some men. We do not normally like to call upon the services of these brutes, but we have need of their skills and discretion.
These Inquisitors really do not realize the consequences of their actions. We will have to proceed with caution.
Ich hasse Menschen. Und diese Inquisitoren hasse ich am meisten.
A feast for the eyes, ladies and gentlemen. And it's free. Come and see me as soon as you have made your choice. You won't be disappointed.
Halt! You have no authority to go any further.
And if I gave you this so that you might go and have a little fun?
In that case, I could certainly look the other way for a while. But be discreet.
Locked.
Thank you. Thank you for getting us out of there.
Those Inquisitors are completely mad. They tortured us. They wanted us to admit to all manner of horrors. Stories of some demonic cult and curses of Malachor. I was of the firm belief that they were going to kill us. But you must make haste. They are planning some sort of wickedness.
They spoke of a great purification. And after that, they did this to us. It doesn't bode well. Not at all. I heard them talking about their headquarters near the palace. Maybe you'll learn something there of interest. Thank you again for freeing us. We'll be able to make it back to port on our own.
We need to discover what is behind this talk of purification, before they can execute them. Taking into consideration what we learned in the warehouse, it will not be difficult to convince the Mother Cardinal to intervene.
Let's get rid of these money bags.
All the
Huch. Ja, die fanden das dann wohl doch nicht so toll, dass wir rumschnüffeln. Habe ich bestimmt rausgefunden. Ah, diese Stadt ist so dumm verwinkelt. So langsam jetzt hell im Spiel, ja. Das ist irgendwie seltsam, es wird einfach innerhalb von ein paar Sekunden hell. Okay, dieses Mal gibt es hier keine Beweise. Was habt ihr hier? Ist das euer Lager? Wozu brauchen die sowas in der Kirche? Petrus wäre ganz gut gewesen, hätte ich mal mitbringen sollen. Der hätte bestimmt gewusst, was hier vor sich geht. Ausdauer muss ich skillen. Aha. Ui! Nachricht vom Inquisitor Bischof Dominitus. Die Läuterung der Norden wird beginnen, sobald diejenigen, die in unseren Gefängnissen schmachten, gestanden haben. Dann haben wir genügend Beweise, um die Mutter Kardinal davon zu überzeugen, uns handeln zu lassen. Es ist höchste Zeit, dass wir diese Ketzer beseitigen, denen es erlaubt ist, sich frei in unseren Städten zu bewegen. Bleibt bis dahin unauffällig. Wir wären in einer heiklen Situation, wenn unser Plan ist.
We must meet with the Mother Cardinal urgently. Only she can put an end to this madness.
Jupp. Gehen wir mal zu ihr. Ich würde ja beinahe davor Petrus abholen, aber das Haus ist mir jetzt zu weit weg. Petrus hätte bestimmt ein bisschen was dazu zu sagen. Naja. Den hätte man eigentlich direkt mal mitnehmen sollen. Ich komme jedes Mal auf diese Taste.
Yes?
I would like to have an audience with the Mother Cardinal to discuss the discoveries made during our investigation.
What is this about, Domitius?
Tschüss. Viel Spaß bei auch was auch immer du tust.
You see, Eminence, Bishop Domitius has brought to my ears his order's accusations concerning the Nauts. According to him, they practice a religion close to those of the natives and use a nature-drawn magic. They would also be implicated, therefore, in the appearance of the Malachor.
That is an extremely serious accusation.
Effectively. considering the accusation is founded on no proof, other than the Naught's tradition of secrecy. But these suspicions have pushed the Order to extreme actions, risking the fragile peace of the island. The Ordo Luminis captured several Naughts, locked them in jails rented to them by the Coin Guard. They were tortured with the singular goal of forcing them to admit heresy. They obtained nothing. If I had not intervened, these men would be dead.
Is this true, Domitius?
Some of our brothers undoubtedly misinterpreted the evil. I would have never allowed such a plan.
These Naughts are now united with their captain, and I am certain they would be most eager to bear testimony. Following up on the accusations of Bishop Domitius, I wanted to verify for myself what this was all about. I went to take a look at their storerooms and saw what they contained.
And are you going to tell them? You know how vital this information is to us.
Your secrets have already nearly cost the lives of your own men. It's time they were revealed. There were neither idols, nor objects of any ritual, nor even anything magical, and absolutely nothing that could be attributed to the origin of the Malachor. I found nothing but measuring instruments and diverse navigational machines. I caught wind of a ridiculous scheme planned for the port by the Ordo Luminis, and I wanted to clear it up. I was able to get my hand on documents that effectively detailed an attack, a great purification. They were signed by you, Father, and included a contract where you enlisted the assistance of the Coin Guard to attack every Naught building and imprison every one of their men that could be taken alive.
Domitius, how could you? Whatever did you want to accomplish?
The Naughts are not believers. We should not be dependent on heretics.
Have you gone completely mad, Domitius? We are on an island. How could we not be dependent on the Naughts? I want them arrested. Him and every member of his order. I will decide at a later time their fate. I thank you for bringing this business to my attention. Going after the Naughts. What madness. Without you, this city would now be drowning in chaos. Carry my best wishes to your cousin. His desire to maintain the peace on the island honors his house's reputation.
I will tell him, Your Eminence. Until we meet again.
Ich will mal ein bisschen diesen Petrus-Typen mitnehmen und lassen erstmal Dings hier, Riesco. Gucken, dass wir bei Petrus einen guten Ruf bekommen. Wo war denn meine Hütte? Ach, Richtung Ausgang, ja. Na egal, wir müssen ja eh eine Schnellreise machen. Die müssen wir ja gleich zu nach davon. Da können wir das gleich von unserer Hütte aus machen. Ganz einfach. Wo war Petrus? Ah, Petrus. Oder nehme ich Kurt wieder mit? Scheiß drauf. So, während wir reisen, hole ich mir schnell was zu trinken. Und vielleicht habe ich mir noch ein kleines Eis geholt.
Desarde, what can I do for you?
I've settled the problem in San Mateus. Several of your men were imprisoned by the Ordo Luminis. The misguided brothers planned to attack the port. I had them arrested. They should no longer be a threat to you. The Order thought you to be heretics because of your tradition of secrecy.
The secrets. They often cut both ways. Therefore, I'm going to reveal to you another. We discovered this island nearly 2 centuries ago. A few decades later, we sold the discovery to your nation of merchants. Then, our closest allies. We transported some lords, men and merchandise. They began to colonize the island. The lords revealed themselves to possess a tyrannical nature and began to exploit the lands with a deadly passion. Their actions provoked a revolt of the natives, but also the very workers and craftsmen they had brought with them. The magic of the natives of Tir Fredee was awoken. Beasts came out of the woods and destroyed the new cities. Only a handful of lords and armed men were able to make it back to our ships. The losses were enormous. The humiliation, devastating. Your princes paid us well to keep their secret. They continued to make the occasional expedition. You are, in fact, a product of one of them.
What are you saying?
You must have had your doubts. You are the child of a native. You were born on one of our ships.
The child of an islander? But I know who my mother is, and...
I understand how difficult this is to hear. And I wouldn't know why your family has kept this from you all this time. In the end, we decided to sell the secret location of the island to other nations. The congregation, in spite of its fears, could not keep away. And here you are again. I am sorry for the shock I have caused you. You asked me for the truth, and now you have it. Anything else?
I need to be going. Until we meet again, Admiral. I can't believe it. That for all this time, I've been fed lies. Did Constantine know? I must go see him.
I
Okay.
understand you may be sad because you were lied to. But do not be sad about who you are. We are a proud people. And I am glad to know that you are one of us.
Wir sind also eine von denen. Eine Eingeborene. Ha! Konnte ich mir schon irgendwie so ein bisschen denken. Und stimmt mir nicht, ich mag die Eingeborenen ziemlich sehr. Das ist auch die Fraktion, mit der wir bisher, glaube ich, die beste Verbindung haben. Weil wir auch übelst denen schon geholfen haben. Wir haben in einem Typen geholfen, was er sich zu einer übelsten langen Quest letztens gezogen hatte. Das war mega. Die Quest war wirklich mega geil, war die. Und so muss ein Spiel das machen. Auch richtig schöne, lange Nebenquests, die einen vielleicht fesseln und...
Cousin, you couldn't pick a better time. I've been taken with jitters, like a cat on a midday roof.
What are you waiting for with such anticipation?
I took your advice, you see. I've summoned one of these crows! He has been examining me for nearly an hour. I just barely escaped a purge, but I was given the mandatory bleeding. I so hate their little knives.
And so then, our venerable doctor, what is the verdict? It's... the blood is black. Constantine, is this your blood? Constantine, answer me! Constantine, stay with me! Constantine! There is a chance he is in error. It might be something else.
I'm going to die.
No. No, Constantine.
I will die, like your mother, and the others on the continent. I'm dying. I don't want to die. I don't. Not so soon. It's so good. Cousin, I don't want...
Constantine, I am here. Pull yourself together. Out. Everyone out. It's an order.
Thank you, cousin.
There now. Are you better?
I don't know. You won't leave me, will you?
I'm going to find a cure, I promise you.
Didn't you promise the same thing to your mother? You know I'll be dead before you find one.
Don't say that. I will succeed. I've already some promising trails to explore.
I don't know, cousin. The tidings are so awfully dire. I'm afraid. I'm so afraid. I doubt the reason for your visit was to console me in my tragedy. Tell me, what brings you here?
It can wait. It's nothing that cannot be dealt with later.
But please, whatever it is, it will take my mind elsewhere.
I was able to get the whole story out of the Admiral in exchange for a service. As our investigation was leading us to imagine, the congregation did once attempt to colonize the island. The Nauts discovered it some 2 centuries ago and brought our people here a few decades later. But the enterprise to colonize the island failed completely. There were a great many bloody battles. Few colonists survived. The princes preferred to hide their defeat and paid the Nauts to keep the secret.
That they hid the fiasco from the world, I get. But that my father said nothing about it to me.
That's not the most shocking part of the story. Believe me.
What do you mean?
The congregation continued to make expeditions to the island with the help of the Nauts. According to the Admiral, my mother was captured from here during one of them. I was born on one of their ships.
What? But... that means you are not...
your fair cousin. No. All the lies that we've been fed since our tender childhood. The fable told I am the spitting image of my dead father, lost during an expedition. I don't know what to think, Constantine. Why did they do that to me?
I don't know. It's another one of their sly and dark orchestrations. Some vile intrigue. If it is of some comfort, no matter the true story, you will always be my fair cousin. You have always been the only one to care for me. You are my only friend. That's all that matters to me. Keep this discovery between us. No one needs to know. My aunt adopted you after all. Bring in the others. Let us speak of different concerns. That's enough bad news for one day.
Und da ist unser Ruf wieder hochgegangen bei den Norden.
Kurt, what is...
Dismissed, soldiers! Leave us. We have much to say.
What is going on? I don't appreciate this attitude, Kurt. Must I remind you that these men all answer to me?
Times change, Your Highness. Or rather, they're about to do so.
Is that a threat? What are you hoping to accomplish? Don't tell...
Silence! We have little time, and none to lose.
Kurt, what are you talking about?
The commander of the Coin Guard is here in New Serene at this very moment. He's preparing a coup d'etat. In the 3 cities of the island, our men are going to eliminate the governors and their entourage.
This is madness. How?
How? You'll go down as easy as plum pie and cherry wine. Standing behind every one of you is one of our men. You have entrusted us with your security. You are completely at our mercy.
Then why did you send your men away? And why are you telling us all of this?
I've known you both for a very long time. Too long. I've come to know you. To respect you. And I've never reneged on a contract. These orders go against all that I am. A cold-hearted mercenary. Definitely. But never a traitor. And so now you are forewarned. You must take action.
Thank you, Kurt. I will not forget this. Constantine, we need to get you to safety as well as your counselors.
But I want to...
What? Take part? You can barely stand up. No, we must take you into the cellar.
If I've completely understood what you've said, Kurt, the governors of our cities are also in danger.
Yes. If you want to keep your allies, Your Highness, you also need to warn them.
Correct. We cannot let them fall into the hands of these traitors.
I will find the means to send them a messenger. Do you know where your conspirators are?
It would seem I should be one of them. They are counting on me to eliminate both of you. The most urgent matter is to get our hands on the commander and his 3 lieutenants. The others are doing nothing but following orders. If we cut off the heads, they will fall into rank.
I always knew you were a good man.
Don't make me change my mind. We'd better be off. Now.
Sollen wir mal ihn mitnehmen? Ah, ihr vertraue ich jetzt erstmal.
We'll certainly have to fight some traitors at Torsten's behest on our way to the cellar. Stay on your guard.
Stay behind us, Constantine. You're in no condition to fight.
We must also think about the advisors, including your professor. And then we have to rescue Lady Mirage.
We must hurry, before the guard can act. Lord Minister, the Coin Guard wants to take control of the island by assassinating all its governors.
The Guard is everywhere. They could succeed.
We will do everything in our power to thwart them. Come now. We'll take you somewhere safe.
I'll follow you.
Locked. Lord de Corsillon, the Coin Guard tried to assassinate my cousin and is plotting the same actions against the other governors.
So, they have finally done it. Such proximity to power is a terrible temptation. It was only a question of time before they succumbed.
We should have paid more attention to your lessons. We might have been able to avoid all this. Follow me. I'm taking you somewhere safe.
I'm coming.
Nee, ich glaube, das Badezimmer ist kein sicheres Versteck.
To my help! And to the others! Move away! Things are about to get dicey! You're dead. Move away. Things are about to get dicey.
Let's see if you know how to use your weapon.
We've reached the cellar. It looks like a good place to hide. Constantine, promise me that you will stay here until we secure the city.
Do I even have a choice? Here I am, consigned to my quarters like some broken old maid.
Like someone ill, Constantine. Someone who is dear to me. And the city wouldn't survive your loss.
You have such a way with words. Very well. I promise to stay here, obediently awaiting your return.
Let's go then.
And cousin? Watch out for yourself. You were dear to me as well.
You will be safe.
Thank you, my friend. I will never forget what you've done for me.
You are safe here.
You have my eternal gratitude, Excellency.
Lady Morange, make ready to depart. We cannot remain here.
But what is going on?
The Coin Guard has decided to take control of the Isle. They planned to overthrow the governors. They were set on assassinating Constantine and his entire entourage.
The idiots!
You are in danger. Do you know a safe place we could take you?
Don't worry about me. I have friends here. They will hide me. Go! And do be careful.
Things are about to get dicey.
I need a bit of practice.
One armor that fits you like a glove. We'll make it for you.
Messenger, be ready to leave at once. You must warn the governor of Hikmet that a conspiracy is underway targeting him.
It's just that I can't leave the city just yet.
What are you talking about? The order comes from the governor. What more do you need?
It's just that I was told if I left the city today, it would cost me my life.
Who said that? The commander's men, I suppose.
I don't really know. But they were heavily armed, and they pay very well.
And so you are prepared to betray your prince and country for a few coins. Don't you understand that the reason I am standing before you is because the guard failed to take this city? Do you know the punishment reserved for traitors?
Very well, Excellency. I'll leave immediately.
Boah, den hatten sie bestochen, aber egal. Ja, ich konnte ihn überzeugen. Gehen außen rum.
Now is not the time.
Ignorieren die mich, wenn ich das Ding trage?
Make preparations to leave. I have a message to communicate immediately to the governor of San Mateus. You must tell the Mother Cardinal that the Coin Guard is preparing a coup d'etat. Her life and those of her entourage are in grave danger.
Very well, Your Excellency. I'll leave immediately.
The commander must be in his upstairs quarters preparing the attack. We should try to reach him discreetly.
We could try to go through the tavern's kitchen.
That's one way to do it. Or we could use the scaffolding to access the upper floor directly. But it's visible from the dormitories. And I know that the young recruits were ordered to stay there.
They will not suspect us if we're wearing guard uniforms. Do you know where the 3 lieutenants you told us about are located?
Ludger is an instructor. He'll be in the right wing of the barracks. As for the other 2, they'll be at the tavern. Olga and Werner are in charge of the guards' secondary activities. In the basement.
I see. Our priority should still be to stop Torsten. We will worry about the others later.
Wait a minute. What's that savage doing here? What do you think you're doing? Lay down your arms and surrender.
That's not happening.
Things are about to get dicey.
Fuck.
What are you doing here? Who let you in? I demand an explanation.
It seems that your men are a little distracted this evening, Lieutenant. It is understandable, with all that's been going on. You are under arrest, as well as your commander.
But what is this? I recognize you. You're the governor's emissary. And Kurt, you had your orders.
Sorry, but forced to betray someone, I decided it would be the less likable of the lot.
Traitor. Soldiers, ready weapons.
konnte mich ja gar nicht heilen. Ich drück nach oben, aber es passiert nichts. Ja, letzten Speicherstand laden. Ey, weißt du, drückst nach oben, aber er heilt sich nicht. Weil die Typen, trotz dass wir Fleisch spielen, einfach die ganze Zeit ihre Power-Angriffe da spammen können und dich direkt umkloppen, wenn du das auch nur drückst. Scheißegal, was du machen willst, keine Chance, Alter. Ja, wir nehmen den Ausgang hier oben. Und vor allem trotz Rüstung erkennen sie dich, also bringt die Rüstung gar nichts. Oh, ich will kein YouTube gucken, dummes Handy. Ich drücke auf Löschen von einer Benachrichtigung. Er startet YouTube. Geil. Geiles Handy, geil.
I'm sorry, Your Excellency. I know you've paid your entry fee, but this is a special night. My orders are not to let anyone in.
What if I paid you a supplement for your good services?
Very well, you can come in. I hope I won't be in trouble.
I regret, milady, we are closed this evening. Come back another day.
I'm not here to tempt my luck. Are you in charge?
That's right. What do you want from me?
From you? Nothing. We are here to arrest the commander's lieutenants.
Is that right? Now this ought to be good. And for what crime would that be?
You know very well. For high treason.
Oh, and you think that my men are just gonna let you, without so much as blinking an eye?
Why would your men risk their lives and their families' well-being to serve your greedy ambitions? Gentlemen, you have been manipulated. I imagine you were promised riches and high station on the island. Told that with such a prize, you would be free of the services of the merchants, the mages, and the scholars. But do you imagine for an instant that the Nauts would risk losing their precious clients for you? That the continental nations that you've betrayed would accept that you might return to their lands? You would be condemned to remain on this island, isolated and forever banished from the continent. I only hope that you are leaving no one behind you, because you will never see them again.
You make sense. We have too much to lose in this story. I'm sorry, Lieutenant, but you're gonna have to deal with this yourself. Do with him what you feel you must.
Soldiers! Ready weapons! We are under attack!
We have been sent by the Governor Constantin d'Orsay. Your lieutenant is accused of high treason for having participated in an attempted coup d'etat. As you can see for yourselves, the attempt failed. Are you also ready to be accused of treason because of your loyalty to your lieutenant?
I doubt it. I'm sure they're gonna make the wise decision. Isn't that right, Dieter?
You give your word that we'll suffer no repercussions if we lay down arms?
You have my word.
Very well. We are dropping our weapons, soldiers. That dog's hide doesn't deserve our sacrifice.
Ich werde nicht zum Vordereingang versuchen reinzugehen. Gehen wir hier rein.
We've arrived too late.
Do you know where Torsten could have gone?
No. But we'll certainly...
Wir haben die Anweisungen gewissenhaft befolgt. Sollte die Mission fehlschlagen, wird eine Eskorte außerhalb der Kaserne auf dich warten, um dich sicher zu den Docks zu bringen, wo das Sondieren auf dich wartet.
You'll find some information about it in these papers. Torsten suspected that I would denounce him, and he was prepared to leave this. We must catch up to him. He cannot get away with this.
Let's go.
Snake, but he's clever. Apparently, he suspected I would refuse to follow his orders.
He must have been told about our attack on the ghost camp and drew his own conclusions. He knew you better than you thought he did.
Und weiter? Irgendwie triggert hier eine Cutscene oder so nicht.
Desarde, what can I do for you?
I need to be going.
Sir, good people. The cure envoy from the continent. Here for the best fortunes here for the The guard, we're moving out. Break camp. We are no longer welcome here. And so, these snake oil merchants defy us by sending their watchdog. Let's show them what guards are made of!
Lol. Wir haben es geschafft. Leider sind ein paar Rekruten draufgegangen.
Do I have the time to return and see those dear to me?
Constantine, how are you feeling?
Oh Mann, der Arme.
Death is on my doorstep, and all hope has flown through the window. Come closer. What ill tidings do you bring?
I thought you would like to know that the Coin Guard's attempt to take control of the island has failed.
This is excellent news. The kind I've not had in a great while. Thank you, Kurt. Were it not for your loyalty, we were lost. And as for you, my fair cousin, you know what I owe you. Not only have you looked out for me, like always, but you have protected my advisors.
Yes. And if your highness would permit, I would like to relay our most sincere gratitude from all of Thélème. Thanks to your message, the Mother Cardinal was able to thwart the commander's plans. By the grace of the Illuminated, the city is saved, and the traitors punished as they should be.
I was told that you were able to catch the commander and his underlings before they were able to flee.
Barely, but yes. They are going to have to pay for their crimes.
I cannot remember if the traitors are hung before being quartered, or if it is the contrary. Enough talk of ruffians. They failed, and for that, I again thank Kurt.
If your highness is looking for a means to translate his gratitude, gold is a present that is always appreciated.
I imagine that you shall name a new commander.
Yes. I will discuss the matter with loyalist officers, but I think I know who will be elected.
I hope it is someone whom we can trust. We do need soldiers, but loyal soldiers above all.
We are well aware that the Guard's reputation has been tarnished. We will not make the same mistake twice. Sieglinde is solid and loyal. I have fought beside her.
You have my complete trust, Kurt. You have amply earned it. Before you leave, I must ask you something.
All right. I'm listening.
I do suffer, my fair cousin. I suffer so horribly, and alas, we have yet to discover neither cure nor remedy.
I'm sorry. I fully intend to continue my research. We have a number of leads, but with all that's been happening...
Don't blame yourself. I know how much you do for me. Yet, I'm afraid that before the sickness claims me, the pain will have driven me mad. If only there was a way to ease my suffering.
I know of a healer, with powers that are legendary amongst the clans. It is rumored he can alleviate even the most terrible pains. His village is west of the city. I could take...
One of our holy men lives in San Mateus. His healing powers are supposedly miraculous. Alas, it is a miracle we are in need of, my son.
I'm nothing more than a sailor. I don't have much to offer when it comes to healing. As it would seem Thélème are prey for the Malachor, just like the Bridge Alliance. Perhaps it would be best to ask for aid from those not suffering from the plague.
The sailor's right. The holy men and the sages had their chance on the continent, and we all know how that went. If this healer is as skilled as our pretty little sapling here says, then we need to see him right away.
Thank you, as always, for your advice. Cousin, you are the only one I trust, so please, don't let me lose my mind.
I'll follow the leads and find a way. I won't let you down. Hold on. I'll be back as soon as I can.
Ach ja.
Oh.
Ich will nicht mein komplettes Eisenerz hier verbrauchen. Vor allem nicht das Veredelte, aber wäre doch, denke ich, ganz gut.
One armor that fits.
Ein paar Fallen können wir mal verkaufen. So 5 Stück. Eine noch. Elementare Fallen verkaufe ich jetzt einfach mal alle. Die Nebelringe können wir verkaufen. Ich habe noch nie so eine Magietrank benutzt, das heißt, ich kann die eigentlich auch verkaufen. Das Zeug wiegt eh nix, und zwar alles nicht. Egal welchen du nimmst, aber der hat immer nur Dings. Okay. Ach, das sind doch die Sachen, die ich dem verkaufe. Dabei. Sowas mit Munition verkauft er aber nicht. Mal kurz mit dem hier labern.
Bertirtuma, do you want to see the...
Genau, der verkauft ja so coole Waffen. Oh. Ach, der verkauft eingeborenen Zeug. Das sieht ja cool aus. Guck dir das mal an. So eine Elchmaske? Oder hier so Speertuniken verkauft er. Die ist halt auch noch nicht verbessert. Die könnte man bestimmt noch hochkriegen. Frage. Verkaufst du Munition? Ja.
You will always be welcome here.
Jo. Wir haben einfach übelst die fette Rüstung. Ach ja, ach ja, ach ja. Habe ich eigentlich mittlerweile Skillpunkte bekommen? Wo level ich Stärke nochmal? Hier nur. Ja. Mit Level 17 bekomme ich den nächsten und hier bekomme ich den nächsten mit Level 16. Ja. Sind aber gerade mal Level 14. Ach, das ist ja direkt hier. Das ist nicht weit weg. Ja, schauen wir mal. Mal schauen, mal schauen. Ach, ich finde ja jetzt mehr Zeug, gell? Habe ich das nicht gelevelt? Ja, ich glaube schon. Wow, unversehrtes Herz. Mal schauen, ob uns der Heiler hier hilft.
Quiz! Get out! Who do you think you are to foil our ritual? One of those mind shakers, no doubt.
Aiden, it is your duty to assure we are not interrupted.
1,000 pardons, Tien. It is indeed one of those mind shakers.
A mind shaker? Look at him more closely, Aiden. He is an Almanawi. Present yourself and tell me why you interrupt our ceremony.
My name is Desade. I have come looking for you to ask for your help.
I greet you, Donegad. We are so sorry to have interrupted your ritual, but my friend truly needs your advice.
Don't excuse yourself. Are you the daughter of Bladnid? Are you not a Donegad as well?
It is true, but my powers of healing are far less powerful than your own.
Then, how can I help you?
My cousin suffers from a terrible sickness. The Malikor.
I do not know this sickness. But perhaps we call it by a different name.
It turns the blood black and provokes terrible suffering. And alas, it is fatal in all cases.
We've never seen the ailing touched by such a sickness. And I doubt I am able to heal your cousin.
We are looking for a remedy, but urgently need to relieve his pain. Could you slow the progression of the sickness? Keep him from suffering?
In that, I can help you. I know how to make one forget the pain, even the most severely wounded.
But Tiern, with all that is happening now, you cannot leave to visit this ill person.
It is true. My village needs me now. I cannot leave. I must attend them.
What is going on? Perhaps we can help you.
Truly? You?
Do they have a choice, Aiden? They do really seem to have need of me, don't they?
Well then, tell us what we need to do.
The situation has become unbearable. And it all started when these mind shakers began arriving. They wanted to convert everyone and take them to another place. Turn them away from us. And of course, the village folk would not be persuaded. But the mind shakers remained.
And it was also at that time the Tenlens started to attack. It is not their way to do as such.
There are many wounded, and recently many have gone missing. We must discover from where these monsters come.
I can try and talk sense into the missionaries, perhaps with the help of Bishop Petrus. As for the attacks of the creatures, I will see what I can do. But I need more information.
Our master hunter, or the families of the Taken, could most likely help you.
Very well. I'll take care of it. Make preparations to accompany us. The days are burning like very thin candles.
Do not worry. If you see to the concerns of my village, I will be most happy to accompany you.
Let's go and see this master hunter. He should be able to tell us more about them. Good day. Are you the Master Hunter?
Beortir to Madre Naixe. I am indeed one and the same person. What do you want of me?
The Donegad Katasach spoke to me about the animal attacks. Could you tell me more?
The Tenlands have been angered. They are very angry. The beasts have always lived here, but they only attack if we tread near their nest. Of late, they attack on sight. There have been many wounded, and some of our young have even disappeared. It may be that the Tenlands killed them, but it is also possible they followed the missionaries.
What can you tell me about the Tenlands?
They are normally very peaceful creatures, very calm, but who defend their young with fury. During the attacks, I noticed that they were not all the same. Not all from the same nest.
What do you mean?
That the other beasts don't come from here, but from other places. And that they are coming more and more often.
Were there many victims?
Many wounded. Thanks to the healing powers of the Donegad, they survived. But the attacks happen more and more often. And they come with greater fury. I try to chase them away. To destroy any nests that I found. But still, more of them come. And now our children disappear. The stress alone could kill our village.
Can you tell me who they are?
A young fisherman and a gatherer. You will find the sister of the woman and the brother of the man in the village.
I will go and see them. I believe I can help you in your fight against the Tenlands. How would you advise me to go about it?
You must destroy their nests. It's sad, but the only way to stop their numbers growing. There are most likely 3 around here. I can point you in the direction to one that I discovered. I would have taken care of it, but my village cannot spare my presence here. I must keep watch. I did not find the 2 others. Some in the village may know where to find them.
And how would I go about destroying the nests?
You must burn them and kill the dominant one, or else they will build again. We see them especially at dawn. After that, we no longer see them. But be careful, Renaxe. The night belongs to the Tenlands. That is when they are most awake. Going out at night is very dangerous.
I thank you for your advice. We shall go and destroy the nest come dawn. I must be going.
Muss ich den das andere auch noch fragen? Ja, egal, wir machen kurz Pause, ich gehe mal kurz pissen. Und da, oder wir machen so, wir beenden das mal den Stream und spielen einfach später weiter. Heute Abend nochmal oder so. Gucken. Ich brauche mal ein bisschen Abwechslung. Das heißt, ich speichere jetzt und dann, ja, würde ich sagen, hören wir uns later again. Ich will nur mal gucken, wie viel Spielzeit haben wir jetzt? Moment. Wir haben jetzt 10 Stunden Spielzeit. Also habe ich heute schon wieder 4 Stunden das Game gezockt. Easy. Na gut, dann hört man sich im nächsten Stream. Tschüss.